If you get an opportunity to do anything however small it might be, make sure you give it your all. Paulla McCarthy has shown the world that you don't need to be a millionaire to start your own company. Paulla just made history during a landscape-shifting time as the first Black woman in New York to own and operate a water bottling company by founding Youth Saving Society and YSS WaterWorks. Paulla has proved that Black history is an everyday happening. This lady deserves better. Congratulations, Queen. Who is Paulla McCarthy? How did she come up with such an inspiring idea? What keeps the company growing despite being in a competitive market with bigger and established brands? Well, stay tuned. But before we get it rolling, kindly be sure to subscribe to our channel and press the notification bell so that you'll be able to get notifications whenever we upload any new content. Otherwise, let's get it on. Water is linked to almost everything in the world. Access to high-quality natural spring water is becoming more and more scarce in the places we stay. According to the World Health Organization, 2/3 of the world doesn't have access to clean drinking water. With the rise of the corporate monopoly on water, chemically treated and adulterated water has become the standard in our accessible water options. And as it becomes increasingly scarce, experts are now predicting that water will become more valuable than gold over the next 50 years. But there's a need to keep everything afloat, and McCarthy took a bold step by coming up with YSS WaterWorks. Being a single mom, McCarthy instilled financial literacy and entrepreneurship skills to her children. And during the pandemic, they got a perfect opportunity to put it into practice. So on their 20th birthday, the boys dubbed themselves the New York Water Boys. During this time, the COVID-19 pandemic began ravaging New York City, forcing the twins to consider water home deliveries. The budding entrepreneur started distributing water pallets in the neighborhood. Several bodegas became customers, and eventually they landed a contract with 21 local supermarkets. Upon seeing their success, McCarthy reached out to the supermarkets to find out if they would carry a private label water brand to support their nonprofit, Youth Saving Society, a financial literacy and education program for students in K through 12 grades. They loved her story, purpose, and agreed to carry her water. When they all agreed to a deal, McCarthy started locating a water company on the Department of Health website based on its water quality and set her on a trip to taste the water. In May of 2020, Paulla and her children met the original water plant owners, an elderly couple, who eventually offered to sell her their 15 acres of land, including an aquifer also known as the Spring. Their day trip turned into a lifetime investment and the family's game changer. On October 1st, 2020, YSS officially acquired the bottling plant, making YSS the first Black woman-owned spring water bottling plant in New York. From supplying water to the neighborhood to starting a water company in Post-and-Kill, New York, McCarthy and the New York Water Boys finally built something meaningful on 15 acres of land. But coming up with operational capital was a big challenge for McCarthy. So she tapped friends and family to fund the project, and within 2 days, she had already accumulated over $130,000 in donations from well-wishers. As is the norm, Black businesses across America struggle to obtain bank loans or get venture funding. And according to a Harvard Business School report, the problem is more pronounced among Black women than men. McCarthy is a nurse by profession. As is with many entrepreneurs, she had little knowledge in the field that she was venturing into. Instead of hiring people with knowledge in the sector, she committed herself to study and research more in her field. She spent over 5 months getting to know the thing well, and the milestone the company has made is a clear indication that McCarthy is worthy to be the CEO. According to her, she's been approached with mouthwatering deals by major water companies to sell her property. However, the Black entrepreneur has refused to give in because of the significance of Black ownership of natural resources. "I'm not going to sell. I want to change and move this narrative that we don't own anything," McCarthy said. She also spoke of the danger of the limited amount of independent water companies, saying that big corporations vault the water supplies. According to McCarthy, water touches every industry, yet the infrastructure for water is over 100 years old, and that would make the effort to keep the industry open and fair. At the moment, she's working on maintaining her new company and its nonprofit, the Youth Saving Society, and the YSS WaterWorks 3 Million Gallon Challenge. For every purchase of the natural spring water bottle, each dollar will yield 1 YSS token to be used toward future purchases. In early 2021, McCarthy, through the company, launched a 3 million gallon challenge to to pre-sell 3 million gallons of water within the next 30 days. This was aimed at bringing access to the hands of the millions in the community who are facing water scarcity. Through YSS WaterWorks, McCarthy became the latest entrant to a group of Black entrepreneurs and investors in the US, which is mostly dominated by men. But given her dedication and passion, she's going to outperform the desires of many. Black investments in the US were underrated and weren't given the priority as that of other people. It's worth celebrating, however, that in the 21st century, we've seen light and equality is trying to prevail. Bank loans and investment capital are now given to everybody, irrespective of their color, and this has been a great stepping stone to aspiring entrepreneurs. With the likes of Paulla McCarthy now reaping big on a project that started as a simple one, many people are inspired, and we're yet to see more and more Black investors getting into the action. Otherwise, that brings us to the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed our video. What do you think? Please let us know, and also be sure to subscribe to our channel.